Good afternoon. This is Ian Dube coming live from the 2016 AAU Junior Olympic Games. I'm here with Coach D from the Miami Gardens Express Track Club, whose athlete just ran 2063 in the opening round of the 200. Coach, how do you keep him focused?
I keep training him and I keep feeding his mind, body, and soul. Just keep having fun and enjoy being his age. And we train every day hard, because he didn't come out like this. 4 years ago, he wasn't even the fastest kid on our team. So he kept trying to be great, training to be great, and we created a motto with his TTBG, training to be great. So he's been using it, mind, body, and soul, and here we are today, national champ.
In the Miami Gardens, you said 250 kids that you work with. How do you balance his skill set, because he's special, with the needs of the other kids on your team?
We have a system. I control the whole practices, but I have coaches, great coaches, and I put them in certain areas to piggyback what I have. We don't even practice on the track. We don't even have a track. We use a cone and grass system. That way an athlete that goes off, he comes back around and comes to me. That way I could talk to each individual kid. So we put them in groups. That way everybody does the same training. Nobody gets different training. They all get the same training. And our program is based off the 400 meters. So everybody, no matter if you do the shot put, everybody has to do the 400 meters at a track meet.
See, this sounds like you have inner city kids. We know we always have the support and the passion of the coaches and the volunteers that really put their time and effort into the children. But how do you go out? How do you help fund your kids? How do you get them to this track meet? It's not a cheap endeavor to bring them from Miami to Houston.
Well, we don't really have a great fundraising, but I have a full-time job. I work for Miami-Dade Transit, so I use a lot of my work money to get these kids here, and I make it affordable. That way, if I have to drive, I'll go rent a van, and we'll make it happen. I don't believe in leaving the kid behind. So, and Tyrese was one of those kids 4 years ago, but we have a lot of talented kids on the program, and for rather me to fly than to take 30 kids and drive, I'd rather do that, because at the end of the day, the kids promote the program. I can't go to the Junior Olympics by myself, so the kids promote the program. Every time the kids run, they get other kids to come to the program. So I have a motto: I'm not leaving no kids behind. I'm going to make it happen for each and every one of these kids.
Well, the biggest van I see is a 15-passenger van. The reality is, Coach, you're a human being. You need sleep, you need rest. And how do you maintain the motivation to do it year in and year out?
Man, I've been blessed with a great coaching staff. Coach G, he handles my 8-year-olds, my primary. I have Coach Sinclair. She handles my field events. And I have a Coach Ramsey, Robert Ramsey. He handles my shot put. And they all follow my leadership, So everything, it just works out great. If I have to drive, a parent would say, well, you know what, Coach G, I'm going to put my family in one of those vans, right, and we're going to make it happen. Then I have another coach. We're all to make it happen. So what I love about my program, we are so family orientated, and that just makes it all better. And if we have problems, we talk amongst each other, but we all in it for the kids. And if it can better the kids, we're going to make it happen.
So who else are we going to look out for on your team today or this week?
You have a 11-year-old boy named Dominic Gurin. He's right now is coming in with the fastest 400-meter time with a 56:11, faster than the national record here. Then I have a boy named Jalen Sinclair. He was just high jumping for the national record, was 5'3". He stopped at 5'2", and he also won heptathlon. So now I have a great 11-year-old group. I have a girl named Shael Mocha Johnson, which is Chad Johnson's daughter. Okay. She's doing big things. You'll see her later in the 400 prelims. And I have my 4x8. 11-12 boys. We're going to challenge the 4x8 record, 11-12, which is our record that we own. And we're going to challenge the 4x4 record, which is the record that we own also. And they're all 11 years old, so they're going to challenge it at the bottom of the age group, hoping to re-break it. So they want to break that group, because that group is my graduating class of 1998 group. So they graduated in 2016. I have Ryan Chaplin. He's going to TCU. I have another one going to UCF. So that group right there set the mark for everybody.
I'm going to ask you one thing, because obviously Tyrese, is a lot of pressure to perform with him, and if he doesn't perform or continue to improve, obviously sometimes people think of it as a failure. Mm-hmm. How do you put the hands around him, because there's a lot of pressure in order to bring them on their own team? How do you keep the pressure? How do you keep him protected? And I'm going to ask you again, I understand that we train him hard, we keep him focused, and we keep him humbled, but how specifically are you going to protect him and keep him focused on continuing to improve over the time that you have him?
Last year I moved him in with me. So he's lived, me and my wife are really making sure, because he didn't have a great system coming up, but now he's living with us. And I sort of, he is my son, and I tell him that, I try not to say it too much, but it just kind of hard because he grows on you. He's such a great kid. He helps around the house. My wife loves him, so, he got his own room there, and plus I got a new baby, so that just came. So he's been a great kid. So we keep a close-knit family, trying to give him that mother and father growth, just keep telling them that we love them. And no matter what, when these fans stop loving you, we're going to always love you no matter what. So just keep having fun and enjoying being yourself. And I always tell him, enjoy being 16. You don't have to grow up for nobody else. Just enjoy being 16 and have fun. And that's all, and he understands. So, but it's a work in progress because he is 16 years old. And I'm not going to say it's been perfect, but, we go at it sometimes, but he knows it's tough love. So I'm not going to give up on him. Whether he win or lose, I tell him every day, you don't have to do this for me. You don't have to do this for nobody. Just do it for yourself, and you'll continue to have fun.
Is there pressure for him to turn pro? There's a lot of great young people that are performing at the elite level. Is there pressure for him to turn pro?
Most definitely, but he said a very mature thing to me the other day, because a lot of people keep coming to me and say, Coach, I want to keep running track at least for another year because I know your times are amongst the elite. But he says, I just want to keep having fun and breaking records and running in my age group for next year. Say, after next year, Coach, maybe we could talk.
Congratulations, Coach. We look forward to seeing your team perform this weekend and entertain the crowd.
Yes, sir.